No matter the venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gators will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. And defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! For the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see Jeff.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Smith wants to throw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Complete to the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gators will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Burton. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards. First down.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the counter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Working that left side now. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gator! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point.
Man, I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was #1 team you wanted to beat.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw on third. Makes the catch. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. And the Dogs with the first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Dogs are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Dingle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. The give on the option. Breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Burden. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rush is on him. So now it's 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment, like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Snagged out of the air. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Coming to the line looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Now on the move. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
It's on target and complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab on the left.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
The Gators will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that fourth down.
The Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Smith wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown.
Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 8 over Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position. That thing fell incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Smith dropping to pass. He's got him in the flat. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. All wideouts, no backs. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Spits it out to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Burden. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And here comes the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Smith wants to throw. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gators want to crank the tempo. They'll throw on 3rd and short. They're working that left side. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got his man. Well, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second. The connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break at some point in this game. He's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Great effort by the defense. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it! They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stopped him short of the marker.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. Just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The give to the tailback. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Georgia sends out the punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Smith wants to throw. And he's incomplete on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Texas is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. A real bloodbath today at DKR. They're trailing by 32 to North Texas. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football.
Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Breaks the tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. The snap sets up to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right, and he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. On the ground, it's Burton. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly.
He's got some space. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive at that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it inside the 25. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. They'll throw it from the red zone. Dances away to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Burden. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Defense playing a bail technique. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
From the gun. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Glasses will be raised across the Sunshine State. A toast to the Florida Gators who take down Georgia in this rivalry game. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.